Collazo is president and owner of Flute Consulting Group, Inc., and a highly qualified professional with more than 25 years of experience in the field of information technology and project program management. She is an inspirational lecturer and leader with experience in cutting-edge, exceptional customer service and strategies for project management. Her expertise with diverse groups and approaches for outstanding leadership and communication skills keeps her in high demand among these searching for innovative change. She will give you more information about herself, but I'd like everyone to give her a round of applause.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here and taking part of your day. I know it's hard to go to school full time and then come back to a conference and wondering why these women have been talking to me about that I already don't know. This is how this generation is today. So thank you sincerely. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here. So as a child, I was a dreamer. I believe all of us are dreamers since we are 3 years old, 4 years old. We want to be princess or a king or a prince. We have all these dreams. But as we get older, those dreams evolve. And now those dreams become more serious. And now we have more responsibilities. And then along with those responsibilities, challenges come our way. And sometimes we want to give up. We want to give up on those dreams that continue to evolve. We want to stop dreaming because we find an obstacle. We want to give up. And I'm here to tell you, no, never do that. From a very young age, I suffer of severe asthma. I talked a little bit about that in the story of this book, Today's Inspired Latina Volume 4. It was not a simple asthma attack that I would have. I would literally almost lost my life in one of those incidents. So I am basically a walking miracle. I suffer of asthma to this day. I have to take a shot every single month in order for me to be able to breathe like a normal person. But I never, ever have used that as an excuse to not move forward. Just like you, I have had fulfilled and unfulfilled dreams. And sometimes you wonder, why in the world did I ever dreamt about doing something like that? If I never became true. But that unfulfilled dream, in fact, was part of my life and made me to be the person that I am today. And I'm proud of that. So anything that comes across your way, any dream, if you look around right now in this room, everything that you touch, everything that you look, that particular painting, this chair, was a dream of a person. Everything is somebody thought about it, and for generations and generations, we have been using that idea. That was a dream at one point. Who in the world will come up with the idea of an airplane? Who will come up with an idea of contact lenses so that I can see and I don't have to put something on top? It was a dream of one person. A person that decided to say, no, I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to be dreaming somebody else's dream. It's my dream. And that's the dream that I want to fulfill. So right now, like Irene said, you might have a dream, but that dream is probably just part of your life to help you find your true purpose in life. It happened to me. So let me share with you a couple of unfulfilled dreams that I have had throughout my life, and which ones I have fulfilled that have been extremely meaningful, and that's why I'm here today. The very first dream I had is I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor because my brother was a doctor, so I was looking at him. But that was true until one day. I go to my biology class, and my teacher tells me, and the rest of the class, okay, next week we're going to have a lab, and that lab is going to be, we're going to do a surgery of a frog. I was hoping for it, because I was not afraid at all of any creatures. I used to put frogs on my ears because I grew up in an island. I was perfectly okay with it. I said, okay. So she said it's going to be a team effort. And that team effort is going to be 1 grade. So this kid comes running to me. I was a straight A student. He comes running to me. He was more of a CP kind of student. So he comes to me and tells me, can I be your partner? And I said, sure. One condition. He said, what's that? You're going to get the frog, and you are going to open the frog. Any other reporting, I'll take care of it. He said, perfect. I love that. So the day comes, and he does what he was supposed to do. He brings that frog, he puts it on the table, he puts his gloves on, opens the frog, and I almost died. I mean, absolutely almost died. I started screaming, and then this frog, there was about 7 other frogs in there. Mine decided to have a party inside that room. He slipped, started jumping with his chest open all over that room. I jumped on top of my teacher's desk, started screaming, crying, and she tells me, Jeannette, you're out of control. Get out of this room right now. I said, absolutely I will. I went out, I started crying, and oh my God, I realized at that moment, how in the world am I going to be a doctor if I cannot even operate a frog? It was a realization in my life at that moment that that dream was not meant to be for me. But it was in my life because it helped me really find my true purpose in life. I never ever looked back or felt any guilt for not really moving forward to what I said one time I was going to do. So I moved on. So that was one fulfilled dream of my life. I have many of them. I could go through a list of them. So I'm not going to go over that. But there's one more dream that was unfulfilled. That although it was not fulfilled in my life to a level that was large, it has helped me in my life to live my life. And that was the fact that I wanted to learn how to play proficiently an instrument. When I was 6 months old, my mom enrolled me in the band of my school because I wanted to be able to play the flute. I was so excited about it. I was 2 months into this learning how to play the flute when the asthma attack, was really a really severe asthma attack, got out of the way. They had to run with me to the hospital, and 2 weeks after was when I came out of that hospital. During those 2 weeks is when the parade came and took place during my time. I was so upset as a child. That was in 6th grade. So what happened? I said I'm not going to play any more instruments ever again because my friends, they went their way, and I just don't feel that I can do this. But deep down inside, I knew I wanted to learn how to play the instrument. So not until 3.5 years ago, I decided to enroll and take piano lessons. I play instruments right now. Do I play it to the extent that I wanted to fulfill that dream? No. But was that dream in my life for a reason? Yes. I see playing the piano like meditating or reading for some people. For other people, it's to journal. It's a way of relaxation. So a dream sometimes is in your life, and it's not necessarily there to be fulfilled 100%. So you probably are questioning yourself and you're saying, so how do I really know if I'm on the right path? Well, I'm on some of the things that Irene didn't share with you, right? There's one important thing that I believe has been very important. So before I release what that is, I'm going to tell you 4 dreams that I had before I stepped land in this country. My first fulfilled dream was to learn English fluently. I believe I have accomplished that, correct? Second, I wanted to finish my master's degree. Third, I wanted to become a public speaker and an author of a book. Fourth, I wanted to have my own company. As of today, I have fulfilled all 4 dreams. Did they all come at the same time? Absolutely not. They did not. So let me tell you how I went about that. I actually graduated from college, my bachelor's degree, and I actually, am I okay time? 4 more minutes? Okay. All right, just want to make sure I'm on time here. So I actually graduated, and I went ahead and I was recruited. I'm sorry, I got a little track there. I was recruited to become a programmer at Argonne National Labs. It was probably the most boring job I've ever had in my entire career. No offense to it. If anybody here wants to be a programmer, there's nothing wrong with that. It wasn't for me. So what did I decide to do? I decided to go on and learn English by taking some English classes at College of the Page. And then from there, what do? I enroll at the registration office of College of the Page, where at that time, unlike now, where you go online and you register for a class, people used to call on the phone. And people used to, imagine you, so you guys can guess what my age was. People will call in on the phone to register for a class. So one day, the very first week that I started, the phone rings, this woman answers the phone, I answer the phone, this woman starts asking me to enroll her in this class. I don't understand one bit. I hang up the phone. Behind me, there is another person that was working in the office. She starts laughing. She was Mexican American. And she tells me, I saw what you did. And I said, yes, I did not understand one bit what she said. So I hung up. So she comes and she tells me, let's do this. Next time the phone rings, which was ringing off the hook, she comes and she tells me, I want you to pick up that phone, and if you have any questions, I want you to answer. So I do so. Tell me what is the problem, and I'll help you. So I did that. She helped me not only that time, she helped me for the next 8 months that I worked at the registration office. So her presence in my life was very significant for me. She showed up in my life when I needed her the most. I was trying to fulfill the most important dream in order for me to fulfill any other dream in my life, which was to learn English. She was instrumental in my life. And because she showed up in such a difficult moment of my life, that gave me the sign that I was on the right path. If you are struggling and somebody shows up in your life, it means that that person is in your life to help you and to tell you, keep going, don't give up. And I did that. So that was my first dream. I want to elaborate into the other ones. My other 2 dreams, like I said, was that I wanted to graduate from my master's degree. I actually finished my master's degree here at College of the Page. I have a Master of Science in Management Information Systems from this college. Outstanding college. So congratulations, service in the Lord. My third dream, it's the one about becoming a public speaker and an author. As you guys can see, I have accomplished that dream. I'm already an author, and I'm speaking in front of universities and other places throughout the world. And my company, which I remember sitting in high school, thinking about what was going to be the name of my company. The name of my company is Lourdes Consulting Group. The name Lourdes was a mistake. my middle name is Jeannette. The nurse where I was born here in Chicago, she actually misspelled my name. It was supposed to be L-O-U-R-D-E-S, and they spell it L-U-R-D-E-Z. That mistake became a miracle in my life. Consulting, because I have been doing consulting for the last 25 years of my life. And group, because right now, it's just me, but rest assured, it will be a lot more than that. So I'm going to leave you with these 4 takeaways before I finish this speech. First of all, dream, dream, dream. Don't forget ever that that is what takes you to the path in life to fulfill what your true purpose is in life. Second, be grateful. Be grateful to God, to the universe, and to every single person, whether that person has impacted you in a positive way or in a negative way. Because that person, whether it's good or bad, has made you to be the person that you are. Third, always be humble. It doesn't matter if that dream that you fulfill brings you some financial success. Don't forget where you come from. Financial success will allow you to buy things in life, but it will not make you a better human being. And fourth, it's not necessarily all about the dream. In the end, after all those dreams that we have, it's about truly where you want to lead your life. Thank you very much.